The golden sun sets over a quiet forest where the birds have stopped singing. Deep inside the dark blue ocean, a lonely whale calls out to a family that no longer exists. Earth is currently screaming in silence as we enter the most dangerous chapter in biological history. Scientists call it the sixth mass extinction, and the year 2026 is the ultimate tipping point. This is not a movie about a distant future or a science fiction nightmare. This is the reality of our planet right now, where massive changes are happening faster than any animal can adapt. Historians look back at the giant dinosaurs and the frozen ice age, but those events took thousands of years to unfold. Today the clock is ticking at a terrifying speed because of human activity and rising global temperatures. While many famous species are fading into the shadows of history, a few strange creatures are finding a way to win. Some animals possess biological superpowers that allow them to thrive in a world of concrete and plastic. The story begins with a massive African elephant walking across a dry, dusty savanna. These majestic giants are losing their home to expanding farms and illegal hunters seeking white ivory. Every single hour, another wild animal vanishes from the face of the earth forever. The lush green rainforests of the Amazon are shrinking as heavy machines cut down ancient trees. Without the thick canopy of the jungle, the colorful macaws and the spotted jaguars have nowhere to hide. Rivers that used to flow with crystal clear water are now filled with gray chemical waste and floating plastic bottles. Small fish struggle to breathe in the oxygen-depleted zones of the warm coastal waters. Even the tiny bees that pollinate our bright yellow flowers are dying from toxic pesticides. If the bees disappear, the entire food chain for humans will collapse like a house of cards. The gray concrete of the massive city is the new frontier for wild nature. Millions of humans live in tall glass buildings while a secret world thrives beneath their feet. The clever red fox has learned to navigate the busy streets of London and New York. These intelligent predators no longer hunt in the deep green woods for small rabbits. They now search through silver trash cans for leftover pizza and discarded chicken wings. The city fox has a shorter snout and a broader skull than its wild cousins in the forest. This is a fast-paced evolution happening right before our very eyes in the year 2026. Adaptation is the only way to escape the cold grip of the sixth mass extinction. The common pigeon is another master of the modern urban landscape. These gray birds were once cliff dwellers in the high Rocky Mountains of Europe. Now the stone ledges of old apartment buildings provide the perfect place for their messy nests. Pigeons have evolved to detoxify their blood from heavy metal pollution in the city air. Deep inside the dark kitchen cabinets, the brown cockroach waits for the lights to go out. This ancient insect has survived every single mass extinction in the history of the world. They can live for an entire week without their small triangular head. Their hard outer shell can withstand massive amounts of dangerous radiation. In a world of rising heat and chemical waste, the cockroach is the ultimate winner. Scientists are studying their thick golden blood to find new ways to fight human diseases. Even the tiny black ant is building massive underground empires beneath our suburban sidewalks. These insects communicate with complex chemical signals to coordinate their global takeover. As the climate warms up, these small creatures are expanding their territory toward the cold poles. High above the city lights, the black crow watches everything with its sharp dark eyes. Crows are the geniuses of the bird world and can solve complex puzzles to get their delicious food. They have learned to use moving cars as nutcrackers by dropping walnuts onto the busy asphalt roads. Their ability to remember human faces and communicate danger to their friends makes them a top survivor. In the deep dark parts of the Pacific Ocean, the immortal jellyfish is literally cheating death. When this creature gets old or injured, it transforms its cells back into a youthful state. This biological reset allows the jellyfish to live forever unless a predator eats it. While land animals struggle with the heat, these jellyfish are expanding their territory in every ocean. The blue surface of the ocean hides a world of extreme struggle and hidden beauty. Marine biologists are diving into the deep trenches to find the last survivors of the sea. The great white shark has been the top predator of the ocean for millions of years. But the rising temperature of the salty water is pushing these giants into new regions. Sharks are now appearing in the cold waters of the North Atlantic, where they were never seen before. Their powerful fins cut through the waves as they follow the migrating schools of fish. If the top predators disappear, the balance of the entire ocean will be destroyed forever. Meanwhile, the humble sea turtle is struggling to find a safe beach to lay its white eggs. Rising sea levels are washing away the sandy shores where these ancient reptiles were born. Plastic nets and discarded fishing lines are tangling the flippers of the young hatchlings. The ocean of 2026 is becoming a kingdom for the gelatinous and the strange. Scientists and high-tech laboratories are now playing the role of God to save what is left. The concept of de-extinction is no longer a dream, but a reality in the year 2026. Giant freezers are filled with the frozen DNA of the woolly mammoth and the thylacine tiger. Genetic engineers are using powerful computers to rewrite the code of living cells. They hope to release these ancient beasts back into the wild to restore the balance of nature. But some critics argue that we should focus on saving the living animals instead of bringing back the dead. The ethical debate is heating up as the first cloned embryos are created in secret facilities. Technology might be our last hope or our greatest mistake in the fight against extinction. Drones are flying over the thick jungles of Borneo to monitor the last families of orangutans. Artificial intelligence is being used to listen to the sounds of the forest and identify rare birds. Satellites in space are tracking the movement of illegal fishing boats in the protected blue zones. This is a high-tech war against the forces of destruction and greed. Young activists are marching in the streets of every major city to demand a cleaner future. They know that the decisions made in 2026 will determine the fate of the next million years. The economy is slowly shifting away from dirty oil and toward bright green energy. Solar panels and wind turbines are appearing on the hillsides where coal mines used to be. The story of the sixth mass extinction is still being written by us. We are the authors of the future, and every action we take matters more than we know. Planting a single tree or reducing our use of plastic can spark a massive change. Nature has incredible power to heal itself if we simply give it the chance to breathe. The birds will sing again in the forests if we protect their quiet homes. The whales will find their families in a clean ocean that is free from poison and noise. Earth is a beautiful blue jewel in the vast darkness of the cold universe. It is the only home we have, and it is filled with millions of amazing lives. Let us choose to be the protectors of the wild and the guardians of the weak. The survivors of 2026 are waiting for us to show them the way to a better world. The clock is ticking, but there is still time to turn back the tide of extinction. Thank you for watching this deep exploration into the truth of our changing planet. Together we can ensure that the music of nature never fades into a final silence.